In this era of rapid technological advancement, we find ourselves at a crucial juncture where artificial intelligence is no longer just a theoretical concept, but an active participant in educational processes. The emergence of sophisticated generative AI tool has introduced new possibilities for student learning, particularly in the realm of academic feedback, that crucial mechanism through which students understand their progress and identify areas for improvement. Today, I will share a research article named Comparing Generative AI and Teacher Feedback, Students' Perception of Usefulness and Trustworthiness, which was conducted across 4 major Australian universities with nearly 7,000 participants and sought to answer fundamental questions about this transformation. How are students navigating between these two feedback sources? What value do they find in each? And perhaps most importantly, what does it mean for the future of teaching and learning in higher education? Let's see how students are actually experiencing and making sense of these feedback options in their academic journeys. To fully appreciate the findings, we must first understand the current state of feedback in higher education. Feedback has long been recognized as one of the most powerful influences on students' learning and achievement. The traditional model, where instructors provide comments on students' work, is deeply embedded in our academical system. However, this model faces well-documented challenges. Enter generative AI. In just the past few years, tools like ChatGPT have demonstrated remarkable capabilities in analyzing students' work, identifying patterns, and generating suggestions. These systems offer several potential advantages. They're able 24/7, can provide instant response, and don't suffer from human limitations. However, this technological solution brings its own sets of questions and concerns. Can AI feedback match the contextual understanding of a human instructor? How do students perceive the reliability and trustworthiness of machine-generated feedback, and what might be lost when we replace human interaction with these analyses? Therefore, in this research, the survey instrument was carefully developed through multiple iterations, incorporating feedback from both educational experts and student testers to ensure clarity and validity. The authors employed a mixed method approach that included: first is by qualitative measures using 5-point Likert scale to compare perceptions of AI and teacher feedback across dimensions of helpfulness and trustworthiness. Second is open-ended qualitative questions that allow students to describe in their own words about their experiences, preferences, and concerns regarding both feedback sources. The participant pool represented a diverse cross-section of the student population. So now, let me present the key findings from the study, beginning with the quantitative results. In terms of quantitative results, the survey reveals that exactly 49.3% of respondents has used generative AI for feedback purposes, while 50.3% had not. An almost even split that immediately suggests we're looking at a technology in transition, not yet universally adopted, but clearly significant. When rating feedback sources on a 5-point scale, for helpfulness, teacher feedback scored slightly higher than AI feedback. The gap widened for trustworthiness, teachers at 4.46 compared to AI at just 3.53. Breaking this down further, 83.9% found AI feedback at least somewhat helpful. 82.2% found teacher feedback helpful. For trustworthiness, 80.5% trusted teacher feedback versus just 60.1% for AI. These numbers tell an important story. Students are willing to use and find value in AI feedback, but they approach it with slightly more cautious than teacher feedback. In terms of qualitative themes, the open-ended response revealed why students hold these perceptions through several key themes. First is accessibility and convenience. Students overwhelmingly praised AI for its ability and ease of use. Secondly, quality and reliability concerns. Many expressed reservations about AI's accuracy and depth. Thirdly, emotional dimensions. the interpersonal aspects of feedback emerge strongly. Fourth, contextual understanding. Students value teacher disciplinary and situational knowledge. Fifth, learning process integration. Some students describe sophisticated strategies for using both. For the half of students not using AI for feedback, their reasons fell into several categories. These findings paint a complex picture of how students are navigating this new feedback landscape, which leads us to the crucial implication of this research. The findings suggest several important implications for educators, instructors, and educational technology developers. First, complementary role framework. Rather than viewing AI as replacing teacher feedback, we should develop models that leverage that strength, using AI for immediate, formative, low-stake feedback, using teachers for high-value, contextual, relationship guidance. Second, feedback literacy development. Students need support in developing skills to critically evaluate AI-generated feedback, effectively integrate multiple feedback sources to advocate for their learning needs. Thirdly, institutional policy and support. Universities should provide clear guidelines on appropriate AI use, offer training for both students and staff. This can develop systems that combine AI efficiency and human expertise. Fourth, technology design opportunities. There are potential for AI tools that better incorporate course-specific contexts, transparently communicate limitations, and facilitate human-AI collaborations. Last, emotional and relational considerations. We must preserve and enhance the motivational aspects of teacher-student relationships, safe space for challenging feedback conversations, and opportunities for dialogues and clarifications. As one student insightfully noted, the best feedback system would combine AI speed with my professor's wisdom. This captures the balanced approach we should aspire to. In conclusion, I want to emphasize that we're witnessing not just technological change, but a transformation in the very natural of learning relationship. This study reveals that students are adapting to these new possibilities while maintaining a clear appreciation for the irreplaceable human elements of education. Ultimately, the goal remains unchanged: supporting students' learning and growth. The tools we use to achieve this is what's evolving. As educators and researchers, our challenge is to guide this evolution in ways that enhance rather than diminish the educational experience.